Alright, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the new trailer for Marvel's new TV show, Josh Whedon's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, this is actually, yeah, I know there was a 30-second teaser out, but I didn't want to talk about it because there wouldn't be enough to talk about. But now they've revealed a whole new trailer, a big 2-minute trailer that I feel like I've got some stuff to talk about, and as always, I'm going to do some speculation as well. So the story is that we've got... pretty much this is established a few months after the Avengers, and everyone now knows that there are superheroes in the world, and S.H.I.E.L.D's identity is kind of public right now. This focuses on a group called Sector 7 within S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a Black Ops group in S.H.I.E.L.D. that handles, you know, the appearance of new superhumans in the world, and tries to recruit them. Now, pretty much, yeah, let's face it, let's get this out of the way. Coulson is alive, but they don't say how he's alive. A lot of people will say, oh, it was a life model decoy that Loki killed. With Josh Whedon, it's never that simple. That's the thing. So maybe they'll say, like, it was a life model decoy, or they downloaded his mind to an android. I don't know. Or maybe it is, or maybe this Coulson is a life model decoy the whole time. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to see, you know, Coulson's, you know, survival and how, you know, how he came back. And hopefully they'll explain that. Anywho, among other things, what I like about it is that it kind of has a feel of both Fringe and Warehouse 13. It has that feel of, you know, Fringe Science and Warehouse 13, where they're looking for, you know, superheroes and all that. It also feels like Alphas as well. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just think that's a good way to base off of looking for superhumans. And a lot of these characters are original. Josh Whedon does have an original cast for these agents, but we're probably going to see a lot of other, you know, classic S.H.I.E.L.D. agents in here from the comics, like Dum Dum Dugan, or Wyatt Wingfoot, or Quentin Quire. You know, people like that. We're probably going to see some S.H.I.E.L.D. agents like that just appear. And my big question is, are they actually going to have Sam Jackson appear as Nick Fury? I mean, the thing is that he's not going to be able to appear the whole time, but maybe just make a few cameo appearances here and there and just talk to Coulson. So that's probably what I'm thinking. Among other things, I'm kind of wondering if they'll have also the other Marvel superheroes show up in here from time to time. They probably won't be a big focus, but maybe they'll just help out. So there's that. Now, let's move on to the big thing. The big thing is that we saw this superhero jump down and rescue someone out of a burning building, and a lot of people are saying that's Luke Cage. I'm not saying it's Luke Cage, but it's probably going to be Luke Cage. Guy who was incredibly strong, bulletproof skin, streetwise superhero. I'm going to say that's got to be Luke Cage. So that'll be cool. I'm wondering if they're going to make him a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., or they're just going to have him try to be an Avenger. It also makes me wonder what other streetwise Marvel heroes or other Marvel characters will appear. Like, I think it would be cool for the team to end up in Wakanda and have a mention of Black Panther, or they go to Atlantis. You know, they actually discover Atlantis and find Namor. And for anyone asking the whole thing about is Namor part of the Fantastic Four, I'd like to think that a part of me said, because I don't know the exact legal rights between Fantastic Four, in the Fantastic Four, of what's in and what's not. I know Kree and Skrull are, but Submariner, I don't know exactly what if that's under the Fantastic Four license, because Submariner was part of Marvel Comics before it was Marvel Comics, and when it was known as Timely Comics. So I'm wondering if they have still the rights to him, because he made his reappearance when they switched to Marvel in Fantastic Four, but technically he was around since Timely Comics with Captain America. So I kind of running that through my head, and I don't know the exact name. Maybe someone can help me understand that. But yeah, I don't want to make this a long video, so I'm just going to talk about some cool things I'd like to see, like I said, with Atlantis and all that. Again, I want to know how Coulson survived. And in terms of other characters I like to see, because they said that there are other organizations out there that are looking for superhumans. And it made me wonder, are we going to see AIM in here? And are they going to be like the AIM we saw in Iron Man 3, where they're under Aldrich Killian? Because you could take AIM and say that AIM was a terrorist organization the whole time, because if I remember right, and again, I haven't seen Iron Man 3, keep that in mind. I have yet to see Iron Man 3, money's a problem. But the thing with Iron Man 3 is that they said AIM was Aldrich Killian's, his company. It was the AIM company, I believe. But that's all I've heard. That may change when I finally go see the movie, so, yeah. But It has been before that AIM made itself like a business front and took by another name. So maybe you could bring in the whole beekeeper thing. They probably wouldn't wear the beekeeper suits as much as I enjoy how awesome the beekeeper suits are. Maybe they'll have like yellow battle suits for their soldiers or something. We could even get the return of Hydra in here, because Hydra was a big enemy of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. And I think it would be interesting to see like the Scientist Supreme for AIM, as well as MODOK. Now, how I would do MODOK is something akin to how, because Kuliovitz had a great pitch for MODOK, and I'm just, basically a little bit of what he said is like, MODOK is a computer program, not a real person, because I don't think anyone, as much as I'd love to see the giant head float around, I think it would be more logical in this Marvel universe, in this version of the Marvel universe, to see MODOK as a computer program powered by living brain data. You know, someone downloads their thoughts into an actual computer AI. Kind of like Skynet. You can make it the MODOK program. Because that's probably the only way you could bring in MODOK. And maybe we could get other Marvel characters like from Hydra, like maybe the... what are their names? The two twins. The two twins that when they're close to each other, they can fire energy bolts. They worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. Not S.H.I.E.L.D., Hydra. I'm forgetting. Oh, the Von Struckers. We could totally get the Von Strucker twins because they added like some kind of superhuman ability when they were close to one another. They could shoot energy bolts. And yeah, Adrian and Andrea Von Strucker, I believe their names are. And then we could get Baron Strucker in here as the new leader of Hydra, like he was. You could even have Arnim Zola in here, because Toby Jones still does TV, so you could have him as the TV chest as well. And even, again, I'd love to see me some Baron Zemo. But yeah, there are so many ways you could take this TV show. It'd be so much... I think the possibilities are almost endless. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I got for this. You guys tell me what you think of this, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm out.